guys, we're here in Medellín, Colombia, and we're doing a video about what it's like to live here. I do want to say that most of the people that we've interviewed have been in Colorado, so I think that probably influences some opinions. So I just want to say that obviously the few people that are in this video are not representative of everybody in the whole city of what 2 million plus people, but just to kind of give an idea. So I'm here with my friend Andrés.
Hello.
Yes, and I will open up with asking you what you think are the main stereotypes for the city of Medellín, or maybe Colombia in general.
The main stereotype would be the narco culture.
Colombia, it's more than women, alcohol, and no, Colombia it's culture, kindness, food, the landscapes, so many beautiful things.
People from Medellín or Colombia goes outside, so always are treated like they are narcos or they are like assassins, only because we are from here, only because like the label we are on.
Every stereotype has some of truth. Like it happens here, that's true, but it's not like everybody. It's like a minority that do that kind of stuff for a living, or like. But that also has an impact, a huge impact in society. There's a lot of poverty in the society in general in Colombia, in young people, even in people in general, that they want to get out of poverty.
The dark underside of like narco trafficking is that it gives opportunity to people to get out of poverty.
Sometimes people get tempted.
Todos conocemos la historia de Medellín como una historia violenta, carteles, digámoslo así, de armas, pero la realidad en este preciso momento es muy diferente. Medellín está convirtiéndose en una ciudad súper turística, están todos invitados, aquí nos vamos a coger a todos, están todos muy invitados.
Aquí en Medellín más que todos tenemos como muchos lugares que son como muy turísticos, que tienen mucha historia, mucha transformación, mucha resiliencia también. Entonces sería muy chévere que vengan acá a Medellín a contar también como a que sepan como el trasfondo y también la historia que nosotros llevamos.
Vivir en Medellín
es lo mejor del mundo, la mejor ciudad del mundo. Los paisas, los que somos de Medellín, Manizales, Pereira, el eje cafetero, somos muy trabajadores. Somos muy trabajadores, nos gusta mucho conseguir el dinero, montar empresas. Aquí se monta mucho negocio, mucha empresa.
But I feel like in general, of course, like working people,
they're very hardworking.
Hardworking.
Yeah. There's like a 48-hour work week here.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think that's also why like you find a lot of Colombians that try to work for American or European companies because they're offered for only like 40 hours a week and they're like, and for more money.
And for more money.
So they're like,
Yes. And you work hard, but it's worth it. Because sometimes also some stereotype is that people here in Latin America in general are lazy. But if you think about it, sometimes you have to work a lot of hours for very little money. And do you really have the incentive to work very hard? Like if you don't see the light at the end of the tunnel,
Right.
Like we don't have many education in financial education as well. That of course that has a lot to do with that, because people spend the little bit that we spend it very easily. Drinking or partying or
trying to live life.
Yes.
So you would say the stereotype that Latin Americans are vivacious and like partying is true.
It's true.
Yeah.
Of course, in general, I don't like generalizing, like I
Yeah.
told you when we've been talking. But yeah, in general, that's true.
Medellín is a party city.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so. You
So
have
it's
the
known for
opportunity.
that.
Yeah, it's known for that, and you have the opportunity to do that if you want to do it. Because sometimes there are people that never party, of course, and they are in their houses and all the time and just go to work and then back to home. But if you want to party here, you have many options.
Provenza, right?
Provenza.
Provenza's a big one.
Provenza is a big one. Poblado in general, also Laureles and Belén. Like there's a lot of places, I don't know all of them, of course, but you can find in Laureles tourists that want to escape another tourist, you know?
Yeah, like me.
More international, more people from all over the world, like crazy, more partying all the time, but in Laureles, still a little bit more local neighborhood style. There's a lot of places to go out.
Demasiado abierto, la cultura es demasiado abierta para todo tipo de gente. Es genial, todo es súper parchado, de verdad que la gente tiene una energía demasiado bonita. Perdón. La comida es deliciosa, hay de todo tipo. Mejor dicho, vivir en Medellín es muy chido. Hay demasiada cultura, lugares turísticos, la educación es buena y está aportando mucha tecnología.
Pues la música de reggaetón, vallenato, todo.
Se escucha acá.
Oh yeah, and I wanted to touch on too, since we're talking about partying, kind of like relating it back to reggaeton that we mentioned earlier, and that there's a huge reggaeton culture.
Yes.
It's like the capital for reggaeton here.
Yeah.
And they even have like specialized verbs to describe it, like perrear.
Yes.
Because I have heard like the clubs, like the reggaeton clubs get pretty crazy here.
Yes.
And it's been basically like clothes on.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true.
Siempre andaba buscando el amor de mi vida. Siempre se acaba y se me rompe el corazón.
Hello, I'm here recording from one of the hottest reggaeton spots in Medellín, and we're gonna see what the perreo is all about.
Relaja cuando sé que voy a estar viéndote, aunque sé que lo que diga es mentira. Cuando tú me miras, mami, quiero estar sintiéndote, como un feel y sé que ya estoy encendiéndote. Y me relaja cuando sé que voy a estar viéndote, aunque sé que lo que diga es mentira. Cuando tú me tiras, mami, quiero estar rompiéndote. Hace meses que no nos hemos visto, pero no quiero aceptar la realidad.
So it's a good place for what's the word?
Perrear.
Those yeah. I'm trying to like what's the best like translation? Like debauchery, basically.
There's a huge reggaeton culture here, mainly from Puerto Rico and Medellín. Like it's huge right now. Like there's a lot of artists emerging. There's a lot of people right now trying to be the next Karol G or the next J Balvin or Maluma.
Baby.
And, yeah, baby. Yeah, I forgot. Or Maluma baby.
I don't know why I have to do it. It's like a compulsion.
Yeah. Yeah.
But reggaeton is not the only music here. We also got some good old-fashioned rock music. the video's only good?
Yeah, the videos are great.
I'll tell you what's not big here, the people. Not to make fun, but that was no, but it's true. I've seen it I've seen it. I've heard that like the average height here is lower than American.
Yeah,
so
you can see from me.
I mean, I think you're like average height though.
Yeah, I'm average.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm average.
And now you can see like average is not that. It's not that big. It's not but
yeah.
We've got flavor.
Flavor.
You have to count that out.
The spicy part? No, I think spicy's gotta stay in. Also speaking of spicy, the food here is not that spicy. I've heard people complain that there's not a lot of flavor in the food, but
I said that that's not true because maybe that's the food I've
grown up with.
I've grown up with.
Yeah. I mean, I personally think the food's good. I like it.
I think that maybe we don't use as many spices as other places in the world, but we mainly use like salt, garlic, cilantro.
Like it's basic.
Yeah, it's basic.
Yeah, basic is not always bad.
Yeah.
Unless you're a basic bitch. The typical plates here are bandeja paisa.
Yes, bandeja paisa is like in Antioquia.
Yeah, okay. So, bandeja paisa, chicharrón.
Chicharrón. Yeah, bandeja paisa tiene chicharrón. Beans, rice, tajadas de maduro.
Oh, plátano. Oh, it's like, plantain. I love plantain. Yeah. So I really enjoy the menús al día here.
Sí,
so that I really enjoy. And it comes with a plantain usually as well. That's like
like slices.
Yeah, and like slices and it's like pan fried.
Yes.
And it really brings
or
out
fried
the
sometimes.
Yeah, or fried.
Or fried.
I prefer it when it's like pan fried, not totally fried.
It tastes really good, and when you combine them with the rice and the beans and the meat, here they do like some kind of powder meat.
Powdered meat?
Yeah, it's like it's powder meat, like the one you ate earlier.
Not the tacos, the nachos.
They
were
with
nachos.
The chips.
French fries.
Yes, French fries with the meat.
Yeah.
That meat is the meat we have in Venezuela in Pabellón Criollo. That's the kind of meat. It's carne mechada.
You scared me for a second. I was like, powdered meat. Science has gone too far.
No. Give you that with the beans and the chicharrón and rice and plantain.
Yeah.
And that meat, like there.
Les voy a contar lo que más me gusta de Medellín. Pues la verdad, a mí me encanta todo, las personas, la ciudad, cómo puedes empatizar con una persona en Medellín. Bueno, lo que menos me gusta de la ciudad es como el tráfico que hay, ¿cierto? Que hay mucho tráfico, hay muchos carros, hay mucha contaminación, pero eso se va cambiando.
Por mi lado, si tuviera que elegir algo de Medellín, yo me quedaría con la gente, porque la manera en que las personas tratan aquí, ya sea extranjeros o compañeros de ciudad, es totalmente diferente y muy amigable. La manera en que la gente de Antioquia, como con su sentido de pertenencia, se tratan súper bien entre sí y se ayudan. Es una sociedad que entiende mucho como ese sentido colectivo.
How do you like living in Medellín?
Like if I compare it with my life in Venezuela, I like it very like much better here. But I think it also has to do with the fact that in Venezuela I wasn't very social. I like the energy. I like the energy here of this city. Many places where you can meet people from all over the world. Like recently I said, like from 5 years ago There's been a lot of language exchanges going on here in the city.
¿Piensas que la ciudad es internacional?
Muy internacional, muy internacional. Transportó mucho americano, mucho europeo, que como te decía ahora, conocen la ciudad, les gusta, se quedan, trabajan remoto y les sale mucho más económico vivir aquí en Medellín.
Also, I wanted to ask too, because you were born and partially raised in Venezuela.
Yes.
And then, but you lived a majority of your life here. Do you want to also mention how I've noticed that there's kind of a tension between Venezuelans and Colombians? There's kind of like, I don't want to say like a rivalry, but there's a little bit of...
Yes, I've known people from here because of my mom. My mom is Paisa, and I've come here since I was a little boy. People here are very kind and very welcoming, but of course there are some people, a few people that are xenophobic in general, not only with Venezuelans but with every foreigner. So when they start watching news about, you know, a Venezuelan robbing somebody or you know, even killing somebody. So there are people that believe that, and they believe that that's the majority of Venezuelans coming here are bad or something like that. They are rude towards Venezuelans, but in general, I think the people are friendly.
Yeah, it's interesting because I feel like every country has some sort of discriminatory. In America, a lot of people are also discriminatory towards Mexicans for similar reasons, like, oh, they come here, they commit crimes, they're taking jobs, and I think in either case there's probably stories where that's true.
Yes.
But you know, I don't want to get like too politically hot in this video, but just to know that like, yeah, there is that that situation that occurs here, that mentality with some people.
Yes, like there are some events that happens with foreign people, but they damage the whole reputation of the whole community, and maybe it's just 1% of or less of people that do bad, and the other 99% of people is bringing good things into the country or city.
¿Qué piensan de los extranjeros aquí? Que está subiendo los precios, ¿no?
Los precios como tal sí están subiendo. ¿A qué se puede ver? Puede verse en la inflación. Yo diría que a los extranjeros no. Mi opinión personal es que a los extranjeros no. Los extranjeros pues siempre serán bienvenidos y a ver, digamos que yo me soñaría con un país, Colombia, que haga la paz con todo el mundo y que tenga mucho turismo. Además, somos un país hermoso, entonces necesitamos turismo. El turismo puede reemplazar el petróleo, puede reemplazar todos los rubros de la economía y pues, sí, sería muy bacano ser un país súper turístico.
Like, people is pretty warm here, so we're pretty close. The access to the education, maybe the transport, the girls are so beautiful. And what I don't like a lot of things. Gentrification, violence, public transport is crowded. We became a big city and we don't have the capacity to be a big city.
What do you think about Medellín becoming more touristic?
It's not a good thing, because famous places degrade after tourism. Like people start paying in dollars and make everything expensive for us. For example, this area and gentrification is quite really bad. Paying a rent is not viable right now. You have to do it with someone else or have a pretty good ingress of money. So it's pretty bad. So it's not that easy. It's not that easy as the foreigners came and say, like, look, I have dollars and it will be cheaper, everything in here. So it's pretty hard.
meeting people from all over the world. Like I love that. I love that. The only downside of that I see, and I live it because I live here in Medellín, is that it's becoming more and more expensive, especially in the renting an apartment. The food also, and everything in general is becoming, because of the inflation, but I think that's more normal. That's been happening from many years ago. But the price of the apartments to buy and to rent, it's been going crazy high. I'm pretty sure it's because of the tourism, and there's a lot of people coming from other countries willing to pay a lot more. That's maybe the only downside. It brings many positive things also, like to bring other cultures here. It likes the people grow in many senses, like not only have one culture, but like have a multicultural,
like diversity.
Yes.
La gente es muy amable, hay muchos turistas que les gusta venir a Medellín. En general Latinoamérica es muy regional, son muy locales y no tienden a tener un pensamiento global, a tener interacción con otras personas. Entonces, que podamos recibir personas del extranjero nos permite enriquecernos culturalmente de cómo viven en otras partes y nos permite tener más como ese campo global, de forma de que cuando venga un extranjero podamos ofrecerle la naturaleza, la riqueza gastronómica, todos los lugares bonitos que ofrece Medellín, y que podamos tener mayor interacción con ellos.
Que a mi modo de ver no la olvidas, tienes de todo un poco, es una ciudad con un clima agradable y depende de los lugares donde vayas te vas a sentir muy agradable. Hombres o hombres, sean colombianos, sean en general los latinos, son un poco machistas, mujeriegos, mentirosos. Esa es la regla general para todas nosotros las mujeres cuando hablamos entre mujeres. Pero creo que todo depende, toda regla tiene su excepción y todo depende de la persona.
Los hombres colombianos, lindos por fuera, por dentro.
Falsos por dentro. Sí, son muy lindos.
Sí, hay unos que son 10 de 10, pero hay otros que definitivamente
no.
Another thing I want to say about the city, well, Latin America in general, is that they're how you guys say, machista or misogynistic, but it's basically like I've experienced a lot of harassment walking, like being out in public,
just for being
a woman.
Yeah, even more if they notice that you are not from here. If you're a foreigner, it calls more their attention.
It's like I'm an exotic fruit.
Yeah.
I mean, it really bothers me that it feels very like old timey. Like I have to be accompanied by a man, like even if they're just like a friend in the street, in order to not be harassed. And I'm not saying like this happens. Like I walk out the door and every single day there's something happening to me, but like it's definitely at a more noticeable right here than what I've experienced.
Yes.
In my hometown.
I wouldn't do it. I've never done that. It's not my personality.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. On behalf of all of
You're welcome. Yeah.
Just treat us like normal human beings, and I think that's a good start right there.
I can stare.
Yeah.
I can stare.
As long as depends on how you're staring.
But yeah.
How are you staring? Is it like?
I stare like this. Men that do that, I think I don't know, but I guess that they keep like a hope in their hearts that sometimes one of the girls that they whistle to or at,
that it will work.
It will work.
Yeah.
Somehow that maybe they can say, oh, thank you. Come here and I invite you a beer and we can talk and something else.
Yeah,
you know?
something else.
The fantasy. The fantasy.
Yeah,
That's the fantasy. But sometimes it's just a habit. They saw.
It's cultural.
It's cultural.
It's so cultural.
It's cultural.
Yeah.
And they saw the elders doing that. They learned to do that. It's a habit. So.
Well, I hope they're getting out of the habit in today's society.
I think it will end when they see it's not working, because I've never seen that work.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'd be interested to know your opinion, because I've heard from a few Colombians I've talked to that Colombian women, they like to be pursued, and they like for men, they like to draw attention and have men like say things to them like, oh yeah, baby, I'm like looking so good. So like, I mean, I don't know if that's true, because that seems so outrageous to me. Like, it's one thing to be like, hey, like I just want to let you know, like, you look beautiful. Like, that's pretty innocuous, but to be like, generally, like, not even necessarily like just like catcalling on the street, but like in general in the dating scene, would you say like the behavior is kind of like that, where it's like it's very like cat and mouse?
Yes. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, girls like to be chased after. Yeah, not directly, not in the streets, not in person. That's completely different. They like, even if you are jealous, they like in general to feel like you care.
Through the jealousy.
Through the jealousy, yeah. Yeah, that's a cultural thing, I think.
No, I think that's true, because now I just remember, like, I've seen souvenirs, like a lot of the hats that they have here, like the baseball caps, say things like toxica, or the toxico, like the toxic relationship, like is kind of, it's like promoted.
Yeah. And promoted, and it's because it's true. It's talking about something that's true generally in society here.
Another stereotype of like that toxic, passionate, like relationship is alive and well here.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is.
So women are usually, also men, but especially women, are more like, I take my time first, I need to know, at least you're a decent person. You are not going to harm me or harm me. That's why the hookup culture and like, one night stands is not coming here.
Back home, like if I say, oh, I'm moving to Colombia, people automatically think, oh, all the girls and stuff like that.
But it's a negative stereotype of gringos here also, as tourists and here for
like you said, in order to feel more comfortable, you gotta just keep on. You gotta do things the right way, right? In order, I guess, to change the stigma. It's hard to change the stigma.
Many, not all, but many think that jealousy is a way to express love. And now, I completely changed, and I do not like jealousy, and I think now that that's not a very good way to express.
Along the same lines about jealousy, do you feel like, again, like the stereotypes that relationships here are toxic, as in,
please God,
as in like jealousy, lying, cheating, all that kind of stuff?
I was talking with a lady from a Barcalo, and she was like, hey, could you give me your Instagram password? I need to check your chat. Who are you talking to? Why are you talking with that lady?
You say it's like it's pretty equal between the genders?
Yeah.
Like they're both like that?
Yeah, both are toxic.
So that's okay, because we're in the 21st century. So there's a thing that has changed.
I also think that it's like something that society has nowadays, but it is changing. Like, so.
Would you say that kind of like our generation or like even the younger generation is more progressive?
I think so. I think that, but in people all over the world in general, but because of evolution. Because in my perspective, I know that there's a lot of people that think otherwise, but even though it doesn't seem like that, I think humanity is becoming, we're becoming better.
Yeah. Okay. Can you do like a closing?
Yeah. And then, yeah. Maluma baby.
Maluma baby.
Maluma baby.
Hola, ¿qué más? ¿Cómo están? Pues aquí hablando un poquito de Medellín, pues Medellín es una nota de ciudad, aquí hay para hacer lo que pues uno quiera. Si vos querés salir a alguna montaña, ir a algún charco y pasar con amigos un ratico, pues un paso súper bacano, puedes encontrar a gente que te hace saludar por todos lados. Pues Medellín es una chimba, como dirían por acá.
Medellín hay comida deliciosa, cada fin de semana conocen gente nueva, la vida social es muy activa. Vengan a Medellín y conozcan toda la gente, todo lo que tiene acá.
That about wraps up this video.
Yeah.
Thanks again for my friend Andrés for helping me out. Doing that again. And we'll see you in the next video. Thanks so much. Bye.
Thank you.
Is there a full moon today?
I didn't know that until I saw it.
Okay, use the energy of the full moon, harness it into this video.
Okay.
Okay.
Now I feel energized. What was that? And you know what? I feel like going to the bathroom.
Yeah.
You know,
I thought you were going to say something profound. You're like, I think I need to go to the bathroom.
Yeah. Please don't put that. No, not even in the.
Not even in the bloopers?
Yeah, in the bloopers, yeah.
I won't. Okay, we're back from the pee break.
Yes. You didn't have to mention that.
But I do. What's that?
When is it for real?
I'm not doing